It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. Well, the Raptors have a good collection of scorers that can create their own shot when they want. If you're the coach, Shaq, and the game's on the line, which Raptor's getting the ball?
I'm going with DeMar DeRozan. He can create space with his athleticism and get a shot off against anybody, Ernie.
Well, I'm going with Kyle Lowry. He's shown time and time again that he has the ability to knock down shots, and big ones at that, in tough situations.
I'll take either one. That's for sure. Almost game time. We'll see you later.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. And it's Thompson in at the foul. And the rejection by James. And it's DeRozan missing. Carroll against LeBron. He kicks to Dellavedova. Now the dish to Smith. It's a pick by Love. James, the pass to Smith. Thompson, a screen on DeRozan. Nice shot by Smith. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the three, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. And again, Toronto no up. Here's Dellavedova. Thompson, a screen on DeRozan. For the three. The shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
Now here's Valanciunas. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle. And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the three department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
And it's Smith missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Patterson. The tray. And James pulls it down.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
The shot's good from Smith.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's DeRozan. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Dellavedova. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Smith on the wing, shoots the three. Another three for Cleveland. Lowry with the ball. And now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with David Blatt.
He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact a game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's DeRozan. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Carroll with the three, and that one's good. Carroll's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
LeBron is screen on Lowry. LeBron drives in. That's a two from Dellavedova. Tries again. Thompson can't get it to go. Nice D from DeRozan. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Over to the wing. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line?
Oh, that's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
And DeRozan, here we go. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Now the feed to James. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Thompson's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, so much emotion is going to go through his head tonight in this one. I mean, playing in your hometown can be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience. But after that initial few possessions, I guarantee you he'll settle in and play how he normally does. So he'll be noticing the cheering section of his friends and family that'll be going crazy with each score.
Dellavedova dishes to James. To the left side wing. Here's Dellavedova. Carroll covering. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots the three. And it's Dellavedova missing. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Smith. It's DeRozan with the drive. Can't convert after the good screen. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start this season. His return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Love with the screen on DeRozan. And Love with the basket on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's DeRozan, and he slams it one-handed.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Cavaliers 4th.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
James Johnson's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Cleveland also making a change. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. For Cleveland, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
That's good.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
That one goes. Count. 8 points for Kyle Lowry.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
James against Johnson. And they double him up with LeBron. Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. Now here is Lowry. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. There's the pick. Smith kicks to Love. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Mozgov against Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Toronto trailing. Patterson, the screen. Outside Lowry. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Johnson's shot is off. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drop is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that. So you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Luis Scola. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, for Patrick Patterson. And it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Iman Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Mozgov with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Dellavedova. 6 points for him. Out left to the wing. No one near him. And again, it's Cleveland.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They are a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Powell. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Passes to Joseph, launches it. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Well, Greg, I think coming into the game, that's where they thought they had an advantage, and they did a great job exploiting it. Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Jacks up a 3. The shot by Powell, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And Williams, here we go.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Outside for Lowry. To the middle. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Scola. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Scola's got his first points of the night.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You can see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being.
Williams kicks the front. Moves back up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
No good on the second free throw.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And here's the fast break. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And here's Lowry. Feeds to Joseph. Three-pointer. And the shot is good. Joseph's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Cavaliers lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season. Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the three ball, the long-range shooting.
Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Corey Joseph is out there at the roast, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career.
Take a break.
And would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
That free throw good from Love. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason. And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
And Joseph kicks to Patterson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. As Greg was talking about Clark back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
He hits the second from the line. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
Joseph with the ball. He's picked up by James. Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. James against Carroll. James in the post. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. James has got his second basket of the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
The rejection by Valanciunas. Now Joseph, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. They get it back. Cleveland leading by 3. And Shumpert kicks to Love. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Cavaliers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And then for Cleveland, J.R. Smith's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Joseph with the ball. Screened by Valanciunas. Now here's Joseph. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Dellavedova. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
A wide open look here for DeRozan. Hits the three-point bomb. DeRozan's got 12 in the game.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Dellavedova, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Patterson, the screen. Here's Joseph. Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. Second shot opportunity, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Joseph. The Cavaliers leading by 4. LeBron outside. Out to Smith. Wide open. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Smith's got 11 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic Clark improvement there.
Yeah, and I think it was